Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. So in this video, i-share ko sa inyo kung papaano na-approve ang mother ni Alvin pati ang sister niya for a visit visa here in Canada in just a span of 19 days. So sasabihin ko dito kung ano-ano yung mga documents na prepare at sinubmit namin and kung saan kami nag-submit. So if you wanna know more about this, please keep on watching! Ayan guys, visit visa approval in just a span of 19 days or about 2 weeks and 5 days. So ganon kabilis na approve yung visit visa application ng mother ni Alvin pati na rin yung sister niya. So yung visit visa application, so sinubmit namin yon through IRCC portal. So bagong portal yon, unlike us. Kasi when I applied for my student visa, pati na rin sa work permit ni Alvin and temporary resident visa ni Zion, ang ginamit namin ay GC key. So, meron na nga yung bago which is IRCC portal. Although you can still apply using the GC key, kami nag-explore kami. So, very first time na ginamit namin yung IRCC portal. And doon namin sinubmit yung visa application ng mother-in-law ko, pati na rin ng sister-in-law ko. So, napansin ko lang na in this IRCC portal, no, compared to the GC key, walang masyadong forms na fini-fill upan kasi ang marami dito sa IRCC portal ay questions na. So, hindi mo na kailangan mag-download ng forms, magpa-sign kasi sobrang dami na ng questions na i-click-click mo or fill upan using that portal. And actually nga, natagalan kami sa pag-answer ng mga questions. Mas matagal pa yon kaysa sa inantay namin na approval which is 19 days. Kasi syempre kailangan mo ma-input lahat ng necessary and correct details. Kasi kapag nagkamali ka doon, you can be flagged as doing misrepresentation. And kapag na-flag ka nga as doing misrepresentation, you can be banned ng up to 5 years. Kaya kami, we are very careful na sa pag-fill up noon. Kaya it really took us time para masubmit yung visit visa application. But gladly, no, yung processing ng application, once we submitted that, it just took 19 days. Yan. So, kaya we are very excited na makapunta na dito soon and hopefully talaga makapunta dito yung mother-in-law ko and yung sister-in-law ko. And para nga pala sa mga naaprubahan ng visit visa katulad ng relatives namin na papunta sa Canada, you can consider bringing with you a Canadian SIM powered by Fido. So habang nasa Philippines pa lang, you can already grab this Canadian SIM powered by Fido. It can already give you unlimited calls and texts Canada-wide. There is no upfront payment needed and there is no activation fee. So you can already save up to $60. And ang maganda pa dito with this exclusive promo, by just paying $40 a month, you can already get 50 gigabytes of data. So super laki na yun guys. So this is really a good deal. And para makakuha kayo ng Canadian SIM powered by Fido while still in the Philippines, you can register on the link below and i-deliver nila ang Canadian SIM sa inyong bahay for free. So, punta naman tayo sa mga documents na prepare namin and sinubmit para dito sa visit visa application. So, punta muna tayo sa documents na prepare on the side of Alvin's mom. So, we assisted her in preparing the letter of explanation. So, para rin tong SOP ng mga students. So, sa SOP kasi sinasabi namin bakit namin gusto mag-aral, ano ba yung kagandahan na maidudulot ng pag-aaral dito sa Canada compared sa Philippines, and so on. So, dito sa letter of explanation, in-state ng mom ni Alvin na yung kanyang background and then yung relationship niya kay Alvin and the very intention bakit siya pupunta dito sa Canada, which is clearly nilagay namin is to visit lang and explore Canada. So hindi na namin nilagay na mag-aalaga ng bata. Although kasama rin yun syempre kasi she will be staying here. So ang very focused lang ng letter of explanation is to visit and explore places here in Canada, just like the Lake Louise, Lake Moraine, and Banff. Yan, yung mga ganong places. So as a way of attachment, nilagay namin yung passport niya. Of course, the bio page of it and all the stamps na nandun sa passport. Kasi it will help us establish na good and abiding citizen or individual yung nag-a-apply. Kasi nasusunod yung mga visas, yung mga in and outs in different countries. And then, nag-attach din tayo ng work permit ni Alwin and then ng student permit ko. So, sa proof of funds naman, inattach namin yung mga bank statements and bank certificates ng mother ni Alwin. And aside from that, we attach or added the certificate of pension. Kasi since wala na siyang work, 'di ba? We have to establish na yung funds niya ay may pinanggagalingan or may source. And that is nanggagaling yan sa pension. And you got to further strengthen yung relationship ni Alwin and his mom, we attach the birth certificate. So, ganun din yung mga documents na sinubmit namin on the part of his sister. Ang difference lang is the proof of funds. So, this one, very low na yung proof of funds niya kasi ang intention lang naman na nilagay namin is to assist his mother during the travel. So, yon. And then, yung sister niya, wala na rin inattach na certificate of employment. Although yan, isa yun sa red flag kasi iniisip namin, o baka ma-deny kasi baka isipin na gugustuhin magtrabaho dito or whatever. Pero, kapag mga ganon naman kasi hindi naman siya pinagbabawal na, for example, wala kang work sa Philippines and then magbi-visit ka sa Canada. So, i-strengthen mo lang yung home ties mo. So, as a home tie, nung sister ni Alwin, in-state namin na meron siyang daughter na may iwan and a husband. So, yon yung nakatulong, I think, sa approval din nila. Kasi strong yung home ties nila sa Philippines. So, done na tayo sa documents ng mom niya and then documents ng sister niya. So, additional document that we have prepared is the letter of invitation. So, yung letter of invitation, ito ay galing kay Alwin. Hindi na ako sumama kasi mas feel ko mas magiging reliable or strong yung letter of invitation kasi siya yung anak and yung kapatid ng ini-invite namin. So, sa letter of invitation, yan, essay lang naman to. There's no specific format. So, just be truthful nga and prevent any misdeclarations. So, in-establish lang ni Alwin yung relationship niya sa mother and then the sister niya. Sinabi niya rin kung gaano na kami katagal, which is just more than 1 year. So, inisip na namin, another red flag ba to? Kasi, work permit siya and then student lang ako and then nakakapag-invite na kami ng relatives. So, kasi may mga nababasa kami, o dapat PR ka muna or dapat citizen ka muna bago makapag-invite. But yeah, we have been hearing some people rin naman na successful sa pag-invite kahit ang status ay student visa and work permit. So, aside sa establishing relationship, yan, sinabi rin namin na we will be providing the accommodation for his mom and his sister. And the 3-bedroom apartment that we have now is more than enough to accommodate them. And then, ito, in-enumerate namin yung places na i-visit or itutour namin sa mom niya and sa sister niya. So, ito, pinahaba ko lang yung letter. So, it's a 2-page letter, pero hindi na necessary na mahaba talaga. Gusto ko lang i-enumerate kasi 6 months yung invitation namin. Baka magduda yung visa officer na bakit 6 months, wala naman pala masyadong places. So, pinahaba ko siya. So, ito yung mga in-enumerate kong places. Banff National Park, Lake Louise, Banff Hot Springs, Lake Minnewanka, Jasper National Park, Bow Lake, Peyto Lake, Drumheller, Royal Tyrrell Museum, Calgary Tower, Canmore, and Johnston Canyon. So, yun yung mga enumerate kong places. Hindi na ako naglagay ng dates when are they supposed to visit these places. Basta sinabi ko na lang is just spread all over the 6 months stay here in Canada. And ito nga pala, sa letter of invitation na to, we forgot to add any attachment. So, plain invitation letter lang. So, sa pagmamadali or siguro kasi mas nag-focus ako nga sa documents ng mami and sa sister-in-law ko, hindi na ako nakapag-provide ng attachment sa letter of invitation ni Alwin, which is ang plano ko sana mag-add pa ng proof of funds. Wala na rin kaming na-add na proof of employment kahit may work siya dito. So yun, wala rin kaming pay stub. So just plain letter of invitation yung na-send namin. And yun nga, iniisip ko baka red flag yun. Hindi kami nakapag-establish nito na settled kami or may funds kami. And gladly, after 19 days, na-approve sila for visit visa. So magkano pala ang payment na binayaran nila for this visit visa application. So, for each person, kailangan magbayad ng $100 for the visit visa application plus the $85 for biometrics fee. So, 185 each sila. In peso, it's 7,500. So, around that amount. And for both of them, nasa 15,000 pesos. And yun, currently, nasa VFS na yung passport nila for stamping. And yun yung lahat ng documents na prepare and in-upload namin sa IRCC portal. So if you are planning or wondering kung makakapag-invite ba kayo ng relatives being on student visa or work permit, katulad namin ni Alwin, ayan, I think this is already a solid evidence na pwede rin kayo mag-invite ng relatives ninyo as long as syempre supported rin yan ng mga necessary documents to prove the genuineness of their stay here in Canada. So yan, I hope nakatulong itong video guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Subscribe na rin kayo in our channel if you have not yet subscribed. And comment nyo na rin kung taga-saan kayo para alam namin kung saan nakakaabot ang videos namin. So yeah, I think hanggang dito na lang. See you on the next one. Peace!